Will it work today? Will it work tonight? Will it work around? Oh, there we go. Yeah, baby. I'm back. How do I make this the whole frame, though? I don't know why it's acting like that. Anyway, I'm back. Every Sunday, baby. I'm trying to, at least. Here is my full squad. Let me make sure. All right, the whole thing is working. Here we go. All right. So, this is my squad as I left it last week. I didn't really make much changes to it, but I have to right now. Again, welcome back, everybody. I know this is a dead channel trying to bring back from the grave a little bit, Undertaker in it. But I'm hoping this is going to be, well, I'm not hoping. This is going to be every Sunday. So this is my team right now. This is where I stand. I'm going to make a few changes because I think there's some changes that need to be made. I like my first draft, but there are some other players that are popping into my head that I just can't get rid of that I got to get into my squad. One of which, honestly, is Ollie Watkins getting out of my squad. I don't know. All right, he's a great player. He's been great in FPL, especially like as the season goes on. Maybe the beginning of the season he's not so hot, but as the season goes on, he definitely gets better and better. Putting up 200 points, 180, 170 last year, really. But Brighton and Arsenal, Hull, Nottingham Forest, a good run, but I just don't know. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced right now, so I want to make a change, and I feel like the popular change right now is what. There's a lot of 6 mil forwards right now around that range. So why I click midfielders, I do not know. If you have teams, on a side note, if you got some squads you want to send them in, go ahead and do that. I got a fantasy code that I got to put into the chat right here, which I should have done earlier. I might do right now. If you want to join my mini league, go ahead. So there's a lot of, and of course as soon as I hit that, it left. There's a lot of good midfielders that are not midfielders, strikers around that price range that I want to go with. Isak, I'm not convinced right now at 9 mil. I just think that knee injury, just being a physical therapist, it kind of scares me a little bit. Just I need to see him hit form before I bring him in, and so for now I'm kind of playing it on the safer side and saying more prove it to me than anything at this point. If healthy, the guy's a stud. Especially it sounds like this Liverpool team is really liking this new manager. I think they're going to get going here. Let me see if I can pull up my... Sorry, I'm bringing up my league right now. Invite to league. Copy to my clipboard. Send it in the group chat. Bah, bah, bah. Alright, there it is. That's just a random secondary channel I have. Don't look at it. It's from when I was like 18. So, I look at these strikers here. And Thiago was a stud last year. I think he's a little bit too pen dependent. He's got a good run to start with Tottenham, then Leeds and Sunderland, and then Bournemouth. Honestly, a really good start. A really good start here for him. I think he is a good pick. I just don't think I'm going to be that guy that picks him. Gyökeres, I don't want him. Honestly, Havertz, I don't want him. Joao Pedro, he's probably going to get more popular as the season goes on. Well, maybe not as the season goes on, but as we approach the game week 1 deadline. Oh my gosh, he's 55%! Oh, did I miss that one? Oh, Lord. Joao Pedro, stud. 55% selection rate is crazy for Joao Pedro. I like him a lot. I think Chelsea are going to be better than they were last year, especially with a couple of moves they made. I think that front line is going to be better. They're going to score more goals, hopefully, than they have been in a while. League code's in there if you want to join the league, by the way. If you want to send me your teams, go ahead and do so. Send it to my Twitter, FPL Don. I look at these players. Joao Pedro, 55% selection is really high. He was the same thing last year, and he came out hot. He's a solid player. He's definitely on my radar for sure, and to replace Ollie Watkins. I got Morgan Rogers for Chelsea. I don't know if I want double up on the Chelsea attack right now. And I like Morgan Rogers, so we're going to stick with that. Mateta's a stud, but I don't like Crystal Palace's run of fixtures. Everton, City, Fulham. Not the greatest, but okay. But here we go. Now we're talking about DCL. I really like DCL for fantasy perspective. He had a little bit of a revival last year at the end of the year. Quite the stud, in my opinion. So, do we get DCL, throw him in the squad, and you got Nottingham Forest. Honestly, in my opinion, good fixture. Brentford, okay. Brighton, good. So, he has a good run of fixtures. 18% selected for a reason. I do like him right now. Igor Igor Jesus, I like him. The only problem right now is I like his game. He's scoring like crazy right now in preseason. The only problem is just this run of fixtures. My worry is if I don't own him, is he's gonna do well against Leeds. Igor's gonna do great against Leeds. He's gonna score a goal, score 2 goals, and then people are gonna say, "Damn, $6 million for him. He's looking good at preseason. He looks good now." And we're gonna say, you know what? He goes up against Liverpool, but it's okay. We're just gonna try to chase points. He goes up to 6.3 mil or whatever it is. People are selecting him like crazy, and then you don't want to get him against Liverpool, Tottenham. I don't know. But I think DCL is a way I want to go right now. I think I'm going to stick with him for the time being. Obviously, I was just say obviously because Haaland and Bruno Fernandes both have great captaincy shouts. I'm leaning more towards Haaland, mainly because my family's Norwegian, and so just a little bit biasy there after the greatness he performed for us this summer over Bruno for captain. Anyway, irregardless. So I like my front line. I'm just going to stick with DCL. I'm going to stick with Haaland. That's the way I'm rolling. I do think there are other great options. Again, Joao Pedro being a great option. I think Thiago's a great option. I think that both of them are going to do really well to start the season. They're kind of picking at straws, saying which one would I rather pick. I think any of them are going to be good. So I'm just going to go with DCL and save a little bit of cash, even though I don't need cash right now. Right? Front line, set. I'm kind of sticking with that. No chats right now. No chats. Bet. All right. Okay. Then for my midfield, I like Elliot Anderson a lot, especially because it seems like Rodri's out. I haven't checked FPL Twitter or soccer or football Twitter in the past couple of days, so I need to go back and check up on that, see if anything has happened. But Elliot Anderson with DEFCON in that system, he looks so good for England. He was just always pressing, always putting a good press on their players. Getting a little bit of forward to be a bit of a bonus. Last year he balled out for Nottingham. And then, let me see what 180 points. Like, the expected goal involvement isn't going to be the highest. He does play for City, which are going to score a crazy amount of goals, you'd imagine. And so you'd think that number is going to go up a bit based off of just the attacking capacity of City versus the attacking capacity of Nottingham Forest, even though Nottingham has been playing well these last couple of years. But 3 expected goals last year, 5 expected assists. You're getting them mainly for DEFCON, but DEFCON's a thing. If you could just take on 4 points, 5 points, 4 points, 5 points every week, sick. I picked Mbuemo right now, and I think he's going to be the one I move on from. So my biggest thing right now is I got to go back to my middies and see what the switch from Mbuemo is going to be. If you have any suggestions on who I should pick instead, please let me know. I don't know why I'm saying like that. That's weird. It's been a while since I live stream. I'm trying to get back to this. I'm trying to get back to the feeling. More than a feeling. Man, that coffee hitting like, woo. Now, Cole Palmer, I don't think I want him on my squad until he can prove me otherwise. Like, last year was definitely a regression. I don't know if there was some lingering health issues he was having to kind of fight through all year. I don't know if it was just a bit of a system play, because it sounds like that's what it was. That's what my buddies who were Chelsea supporters claimed to me happened last year. Because the past couple years, he's just been such a stud for them. He has been an absolute menace. Maybe getting Morgan Rogers and getting a little bit more help, it takes a little bit of pressure off him. He can kind of be more free roaming, floating, kind of getting into better positions, getting into the attack more, and having a lot more room to create, more people to create for. And so maybe that is what helps out. Because you look at his expected goal involvement, expected assist involvement, his expected goals definitely went down, right? He went 17 2 years ago, 16 last year. Played a lot less minutes last year, so you kind of take this with a grain of salt. Let's say if he went up to 25 like it was, maybe he does play pretty well, honestly. But the biggest thing was that expected assist. That's what kind of hurt last year. And that was probably just because they didn't have great enough goal scorers, in my opinion. I'm not a Chelsea supporter. Let me know what y'all think. But that's what I feel like it was from the games that I watched. He just didn't have as much, I don't want to say freedom to create, but enough of that opportunity, I guess. I think that will be back. So seeing his expected assists go down from 9 to 2 is pretty alarming. I kind of want to pull up FBref and see his more like per 90. Yeah, I'm human. Contrary to popular belief. Let's see. So if I go Palma, I want to look more like his expected goal involvement per 90. Get these ads out of here. And I can't. Okay. So his expected goal involvement per 90. Well, that's just his playing. I need to see his more expected. Do they have expected goal in 90 on here anymore? Oh, my days. That would be a big bummer. I know they have, like, XGA. Oh, man. This sucks. On live stream, I'm trying to figure this out, Chano. Whatever, I'm just going to do goal expected per 90. And I'll figure this out during the week and be like, why didn't I figure that? So, his goal involvement per 90 definitely dropped from 0.8 to 0.5 to 0.3. Whew. That ain't good at all. That is not good. I think it has on here too, expected goal involvement per 90. It does not. But that is not good. 0.3 per 90. Again, I don't know if there was some sort of lingering issue. I don't know if somebody on here said it. I'm actually having Palmer and currently leaning towards Mbuemo. I do like that. I mean, you look at United's run of fixtures, just to kind of deviate away from Palmer a little bit, because I got to figure out how I'm going to spend the next few minutes figuring out what the heck happened to Cole Palmer. And you look at this, man. You got what a great run. You got a hole in Ipswich to start the season. I mean, you can't ask for much better at home against Ipswich. Like, you would expect someone like Mbuemo to score in that. Obviously, then Everton away it's a 3 out of 5 for a reason. It's tough, but not the worst. City and then Fulham, like out of the first 5 games, there's really one hard game, and even that's at home. United are good, so maybe he squeaks away a goal there. And Mbuemo's a great option, man. Like, he's a stud of a player. A little bit down after last year, but I think he picked it up at the end, if I'm not mistaken. And so I kind of lean towards having a double United. I don't want a defender in there. I know a lot of people are going Maguire, but I don't want a double United in there, or I want a double attack. I don't want a double or one defender, one attacker in there. So I like the Mbuemo move. The only hard thing is if I do happen to get rid of... Why'd I close my phone? Now I can't see chats or anything. If I do happen to get rid of... Steve, what's up, baby? I was gonna send in the Discord that I'm trying to get back to this. I have a lead code there for you to join, man. It feels good seeing you back, dude. Feels good being back. I was saying last week, but I'm starting to stream every week now. I'm gonna do it every Sunday. I've been slacking these last couple years because, one, I got into PT school, physiotherapy school, so that took out every bit of time in my life, period. And then these last 2 years, I've been working like 6 days a week. My schedule has been crazy. I just got a new job, which allows me more flexibility. And here we go. So I'm back to live streaming. Next feels good. I'm probably going to do more like live streaming games too, so more than just like FPL. But anyway, that's part of the future. For now, we're talking about this. The hard part is, who do I get rid of to bring in, like, if... Well, let me figure out what's up with Cole Palmer first. Let's look at last year. Why do they not have expected goal involvement per 90? Do I know... What happened to this? It's been a long time since I've had this. Or since I've been on FBref. So I'm trying to figure out what his expected goal involvement per 90 was. But... Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if they have expected goal involvement per 90 on this anymore. I got to figure out how to get that going. I don't know what happened to Cole Palmer. I do not know what it was, but if he could show me consistency, and if he could show me that he can get more creative with Morgan Rogers running, with Joao Pedro, I think that he's obviously has the potential to be a great option at 9.5 mil. And honestly, there's not too many expensive players, and so it's not like you have to really break the bank and make huge sacrifices to bring him in. Not like in the last few years, we had a Salah, you had a Mane, you had a Haaland, you had a Kane, a Son. Like the options are kind of a lot better this year as far as budget goes. Not saying it's ever easy, because it ain't. But it's not crazy hard to find 9.5 mil this year in comparison to other years. And so I could bring out like Subasly, even though I love his game, and put in Cole Palmer there. But I think I'm going to pump the brakes. I want to see a little bit more preseason. I want to dive deeper into what the heck happened. Watch some game tape, and then go from there. So I look at this and kind of, I just want to go through the midfielders real quick. Semenyo, I've been a big fan of him for a long time. I just don't know if he's the guy. I need to look at fixture difficulty rating. I'm going to do this first. Because there's some players I like a lot. I just don't know how their schedule looks. Sunderland's got a great run. Woo, I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. Sunderland's got a great run. Spurs have a good run. Nottingham Forest, a little tough. That's why Jesus is kind of hard to fill in to the squad right now. If I had to rank like the best fixtures off the jump, just kind of looking at this real quick, Sunderland's got a great one. Tottenham's got a great one. United's got a phenomenal one to start the season. You got to double up there. Man, it feels good having United be good again. Liverpool, Newcastle, okay. Nottingham Forest. Honestly, I think Liverpool have a great run too. Like, Nottingham Forest has been proven to be good. Newcastle's been, a little down this last year. But overall, you get through those first couple games, and if they can if you could pick up like a Subasly or I almost said Luis Diaz if he plays there anymore. But a Gakpo, and they get some points. Then you're looking at Ipswich and Fulham and Bournemouth, and oh my days, here you go. You're jumping the train. You're beating the price jumps, stacking up that cheddar a little bit. I like that one. Ipswich, absolutely not. Hull City, no. Fulham, no. Everton, tough. Coventry, oi! Coventry got Arsenal and City in 2 of their first 3. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sabrina Carpenter. All right. Arsenal, pretty tough to start. Bournemouth. Yeah, honestly, there's not really anybody that's like jumping off the page at me. I need to make some changes here, obviously. Okay, so I'm working on my midfield now. It would be interesting to see what the team would turn out would be. I would change Dubravka. Yeah, I agree. Dubravka, I kind of threw in last week just because I was like, I got to get somebody and go at 4 mil. Let's not think about it too much. Threw in Dubravka. Let's run it. But I agree. I need to look at those keepers here in a moment, but I'm gonna take my time. Snoop Dogg. I really need to figure out this midfield. I'm gonna go look at a little bit more of the midfield here. Yeah, but yeah, Dubravka's gonna go midfielders. I want to look at who's been selected by the most and kind of back or reverse engineer this. Subasly being picked at 48%. Oh my days. That's not what I wanted. I want to see his information here. Full profile. 6 goals, 7 assists last year. A little bit outperformed his XGI, but nothing like crazy. He's a stud. I like his game so much. Obviously, DEFCON's going to be a big thing with him, which means bonus points is going to be good. He's just like one that's just going to tick over every week. He's going to be a 4. He's going to be a 5. He's going to be a 4 or 5, just week after week. Hey, Steve, while you're here, what's your thoughts on Tottenham? They got a good run of fixtures to start. I think that I was gonna say I think they're going to be better than last year, but I pray to everything they're better than last year. They've made some good changes. It seems like the training's a little bit more intense. I don't know if I'm just kind of buying into the hype I'm seeing on Twitter right now, but it seems like they are going to turn the corner a bit this season and hopefully make top 10 of the table. But who do you think is going to be your guys' stud for Tottenham? Spence's game is so nice. Pedro Porro's nice. You have good defenders. I wonder if I could pick. I should be able to. I think it's here. I don't know why I'm backtracking here. My brain just bounces. Bound and rebounds from Incredibles. All right, Sean, enough of the coffee for now. Okay, their defenders I like. They're good. But then you look at their midfielders, and yeah, Madison coming off an ACL at that age, I just don't see it. Sawyer, I like him, but I like Tonali. He's nice. Solanke up top. Yeah, he's just moving forward, man. Solanke was such a stud a couple years ago. Boom, 175, and then just kind of. I know injuries was a lot last year, but I think it's just. You think Madison? Yeah, I mean, I love Madison. He's a stud. He's just off that ACL scares me. I want to see him kind of get back to form a little bit. Man, it was electric last year. Oh, that last couple games when that was electric, man. And then you think, yeah, Kinski I like. I think Kinski is going to be the one to go for sure. 4.5 mil for sure. I honestly think he'll be better. I think he won't be bad this year. Yeah. All right, enough with Tottenham for a second. I'm not going to say enough. I want to go to the midfielders a little bit. I cannot keep a line. Okay. Morgan Rogers, I like his game for sure. What the heck? Oh, I didn't save it. I need to put DCL here so I can get my money. All right. DCL, Holland, this. I look at the midfielders. Obviously, Declan Rice is a stud at 7.5 mil. He's definitely worth the look. Semenyo, I freaking love his game so much. I know a lot of people are picking Ndiaye. He's quite the player as well. I just don't know. It's just Everton. It's just Everton that I'm worried about. And Buemo, stud. Cunha, stud. I know a lot of people are going here with Enzo. I know I'm seeing it a lot right now on Twitter. I think that's giving me the hot play. I need to watch his game a little bit more before I say whether or not I would choose to pick him. I just know he's a hot commodity on Twitter right now. A lot of that's because, one, he was a good player last year. 5 goals, 6 assists, 147 points. Pretty dang good for 6 mil. On top of the fact he's got Ipswich to start and Fulham at home. And then low-key Brentford away. That's not bad. That's not bad to start. Because at the end of the day, again, my goal is just to get a team that I don't have to wild card right out the jump. Which means I'm staying away from Verts. That's not going to age well. Well, I probably will, but... I mean, Sarr's a stud. It's just that run of fixtures. Bruno Guimaraes is probably going to be gone from what it sounds like. Wilson. Oh, man. Granit Xhaka to Sunderland. There's just nobody that I'm like screaming at right now. I'm trying to go down a little bit, see if I can pick like a big differential to get. But look at that run, man. Ooh. I like Gakpo. Is Gakpo going to be starting enough? I haven't been tapped into Liverpool Twitter enough to really see how often he's going to be starting. If he is, 7 mil at 3.5% selection is crazy for that run of fixtures. And a man as talented as Gakpo, I like him. I love Eze, but no. Mac 10 at 5.5 mil. What happened, man? Trying to see anybody else that kind of gets my eye here. Oh, Marcus Rashford, welcome back. Okay. Kluivert, man, I really liked his game 2 years ago. He was such a stud. Obviously, last year he got hurt and was out for a long bit of it. And then when you get hurt, it's just between like I played college football and both college footballs, I guess, if you will, American and normal football. And you get hurt, and that just lingers, man. It's just so hard to get back to form. And obviously, being a physical therapist now, it's just, I get why it's so hard to get back to form when you're hurt. Jumping in the middle of the season and saying, let's get going. Still injured, trying to play through it. I get why. But you look at him, you're like, man, 2 years ago, he looked good. 12 goals, 6 assists. And then last year... Oh, man, hold up. Oh, my gosh. Oh, anyway, sorry. I got to respond to that text pretty quickly here. So sorry for the dead silence. I got to text my girlfriend real quick. Subtle flex. Kluivert, I like his game a lot, man. He looks so good. Didn't play as much last year. Hard to really get going when you're injured. But then you look at their fixtures. Do I really want to pick up somebody that has City to start the season away? And then Everton, tough. Newcastle. Everton, I would say they're tough. Newcastle, tough. Brentford can be tough. Liverpool, Chelsea. I really hope he has a bounce back season. I'm hoping by game week 9 he's in my squad. That is my hope for this season. I think he is a stud. I just don't know if he's going to be quality enough at the beginning to even think about it with City away. Sorry, I got to text my girl real quick. Yeah, so I mean, I look at this and I go, okay, well, is Semenyo somebody that I want? Actually, you know what? Side note, are there any City fans here? I gotta know. I've been stung too many times by this Phil Foden cat. It's been, for the past, 5 years on FPL, it's just been consistently like, oh, Phil Foden. If he plays. If was a fifth, we'd all be lit. And then he comes and has that one incredible year where he puts up 19 goals and 8 assists, but then he kind of drops a little bit. Last year he had a good run of a good stretch where he went crazy, but then he kind of came back down to earth a bit. And then his manager this week, now that Pep's gone, you think Pep Roulette's obviously done, right? Is this new manager comes in and goes, Phil Foden's a core piece. He is that guy. Now, again, I want to clarify this because just playing college sports, to me, when I hear that stuff, I kind of, like, I've seen the game a little bit. I don't know if that's a way of saying, no, he really is the truth and he's going to be playing a lot for us, or if that's a way of saying, Phil, pick it up. We believe in you, right? I've seen a lot of times where I've had a coach say, this guy is our future. This guy is going to be our starter. He's going to be that guy. But that's mainly just to, like, get his confidence, to let him know that his manager backs him. Either way, to me, it shows that he wants Foden and he knows how good Foden could be and he wants him playing. Now, again, is it more of a he's going to be that dude this year, or I want him to be that dude? And there's a big difference between those two. And so I look at that and I go, okay, if you're looking at getting anybody from City who's going to be starting consistently, again, he's got some really tough competition. How are they going to play him? I love Doku. I love Semenyo. How are they going to find a way to get him into the pitch? That is not my job. My job is to get him on my squad if he's getting hot. And so I look at Foden and I go, okay, why does it always switch to top messages? I look at Phil Foden and I go, if his manager even thinks that he's going to be a great player for him, that means he's going to try to, I don't want to say force him, but he wants him to be something for him, right? And at $7 million, getting a guy like Phil Foden, is that worth the risk? Here they are. Is that worth the risk? Because if he gets going, if he even starts that first game, and he has a couple chances that look good, his selection rate's going to go through the freaking roof. And so I look at that and I go, do I want to... If he goes, I got to get him on my squad. If he's starting every week, I have to get him onto my squad. But I don't know. I feel like it's too risky. I kind of want to play the safe game to start and just say, I don't want a wild card. I just want to have a team that is solid that I can roll my first transfer. Please, 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 please. Right? So I'm looking more through these players. The more I look at it, the more I think Mbeumo is the good option. Just such a good start to the season. Two really good... The FPL Don's way too big on my screen. I got to fix that. He's way too good of a player to just... Or he's way too good, way too quality with way too good of a run of fixtures to not have in my squad. So I like Morgan Rogers. I think he's a good play here. I want him in my squad. He's already 32% selected or 31% selected for a good reason. Gibbs White, I get why he's getting a lot of run. I think the only question mark I have right now is what do I do with Szoboszlai? And I feel like I just need to keep him. I'm not really like chomping at the bits to get anybody else in my squad. Again, I get why Enzo Lefi is such a highly sought player on Twitter right now. I just need to watch more of his game before I throw him into my squad. That's the only reason why. Once I do that, he's probably gonna go in. Yeah. And then no one else is like screaming. I mean, like, it sounds like he might be on pens, Pascal Gross. I think he might be on pens. You get past that Chelsea, or not bad run of fixtures to start. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Check. Boom. Moving on to my defenders. If you want to send me your team, we can look at it. Send it to my Twitter. Send it to my Discord. Just put it in the chat, and we'll just kind of discuss as a group. Man, the Dodgers got everybody. As I'm wearing a Dodgers hat. And we'll just discuss it as a group, whether or not what we think about your squad, all that stuff. And obviously liking this video will just go a long way. Moving into the future, I plan on doing live streaming every Sunday. I'm also planning on doing live watch-alongs. If you want to join that, I just got to set it up a little bit. But I plan on doing either more consistent live watching like a Sunday match, or just like FPL, both of those things. So here we go. Anyway, Shaw is a really big, highly selected player right now. He started every game last year. He only had 1 goal and 1 assist through all of those. I don't expect him to recover that magic from 2021, 2023, whatever it was. I don't expect him to get many assists. The best thing about Luke Shaw is just that he's a good player. I've always liked his game. It's just he's got Hull to start, Hull City, and then he's got Ipswich. Having those two, you would imagine one of those is going to be a clean sheet. And maybe you get lucky and he comes away with a goal. Maybe you get lucky he comes away with an assist. Then you're looking at clean sheet and bonus points, and you're looking at a double-digit return. You're looking at a huge jump in price, because if he's a 4.5 and he gets something involved going forward, now you're looking at 4.8 for him, right? But if If was a 5th, we'd all be lit. I don't think he's going to be I mean, he's nowhere near like what a Trent was in his prime as far as getting goal involvements. But at 4.5 to a team with that run of fixtures, yeah, honestly, that looks good. I don't think I want him. I don't put him in my squad for now. I just think I'd rather have 2 United attackers than 2 defenders. Gabriel at 8 mil is just wild to me. I love Gabriel. I think he is a stud. He is a phenomenal player. What, he had like 5 goals last year? 3 goals and 5 assists. I get why they put him at 8. But even Trent in his prime, I think, was 7.5. I don't think Trent was ever 8 mil. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or maybe he might have been, but... good evening, folks. What's up, FPL Hippie? My squad is posted on my YouTube channel. Hey, I'll check out your FPL channel for sure. FPL Hippie, I'm going to go to your page right now and look it up so I can go to it after after I'm done with this. I always love checking out people's FPL channels. FPL Hippie, make sure I get that in. Oh, there we go. I'm going to watch your stuff right after this. Wizard of Oz banner, I like that. Shout out FPL Hippie, man. Check out his... I mean, I've never watched any of his videos, but check out his YouTube video or his YouTube channel. Check out his stuff. I will. Gabriel, yes. I don't think he's worth 8 mil. He's so good going forward, but 8 mil is just ludicrous. Even when there's not as many premium attackers this season, you can kind of more afford it this year than ever. I still don't want him. Nico O'Reilly, 6.5 mil. Man, he does get forward. 5 goals, 4 assists. He only started in 29 last season, so you'd think he'd get more, even with Aït-Nouri there or whatever. They're going to find a way to get him on the pitch. And if he can even just start 30 games, ooh, that was weird. Yeah, that was wild. Please don't clip that. Yeah, I 5 goals, 4 assists, on top of the fact that City always have a good defense. A lot of that's because they just possess the ball so well. Guehi's a stud. They're just going to find a way to get clean sheets consistently. Bournemouth at home is good. Crystal Palace, good. Coventry at home, good. There's 1 or 2 clean sheets in that. He gets 1 or 2 clean sheets. He gets an attack. You're looking real nice to start the season with Nico O'Reilly. I think he is one that I'm probably going to try to fight to put in my squad. I do have the money right now, so maybe I throw him in, and I got the cash. Crazy. I don't know what I'm doing with these noises right now. Yeah, so I love Guehi. I think he's a stud. I don't think he gets as involved Oh, he does have 3 and 5 last year. I think a couple of those goals were for Crystal Palace. I think. But he was he's such a stud. He's nice to have, a little bit cheaper than Nico O'Reilly, but doesn't get as far forward outside like corners and stuff. And obviously you want if you can get a center back at 6.5 mil, he better be getting forward. And he does. Speaking of Van Dijk at 6.5 mil, I've never really picked him in my squad. I know that's crazy. Every now and then I do, but I mean, I didn't play that season. I played the next season. I had, Robbo and Trent. He's just consistently a 140. He had 175 last year. Oh, that's right. They got DEFCON. Maybe you do bring in Van Dijk. Van Dijk's in for a couple bullet headers. He's definitely going to get DEFCON, all the clearances he has. No one could dribble by him for the most part, outside of here and there. Man. Maybe I do find a way to get... And they have a great run of fixtures to start. Newcastle, okay, a little tougher, but I still think that one's on the easier side of the threes. On the more green side of the threes, but still a 3. Nottingham Forest, more green side of 3. Ipswich, Fulham. Two clean sheets in that? Maybe 3? Let's see. Pedro Parro's a stud. I already got Jed Spence in my lineup because I think he's a stud. 23 games started last year. No goals, no assists. That's fair, and I don't know how much he's going to get forward, but he just looks so good for England, I can't pass him by. Girls keep passing me by. Obviously, a lot of people are going with Mascara because of just getting into the Arsenal defense at a good price, all things considered. I definitely like that. I think Calafiori is probably I'd rather go with him. He just gets more forward. I think he's going to be a consistent starter from what it sounds like. He only started 22 last year, but I think that's going to go up. So I'm probably going to put him in instead for now until I hear anything else. If there's any Arsenal supporters that want to correct me, please do. But for now, I just think he is the play for me. Man, I got be drinking like a mug today. Oh, man. Do I want to go 6.5 for Nico Riley? Do I want Jed Spence? Jed Spence? These are a lot of good questions, man. Senese is a stud, but I'd rather get in cheaper. Am I crazy for even wanting a Tottenham defender? They have a good run of fixtures, though. Do I want to save a little bit of cash? No. Maguire, I know a lot of people are going Maguire, at least on Twitter, for good reason with, again, for Hull City and Ipswich, but not for me. I think I kind of like this here, to be completely honest. I think this is the play for now as far as defenders go. Calafiori, Nico O'Reilly, Jed Spence. Why do I keep saying David? This coffee got me reminded of someone I went to school with. But this is going to be my lineup for now. I feel like I need to make another move. I'm not the biggest fan of this defense. The more I look at it, the more I don't like it. But for now, I think this is going to be the way that I go. Again, if you like the stream, feel free to like the stream. I'm going to be live streaming every Sunday on for FPL. I'm also going to be doing live watchalongs, live football watchalongs. So if there's a big game, I'm going to be having it on and just kind of reacting to it as it goes. I'm going to figure out how to web page design that thing too. So that'll be coming this year. Can't wait. I'm reviving this channel. I'm undertaking this channel. I don't know how much, again, the more I look at this, the more I'm just like, I don't know how much I like this defense. Calafiori is really good. He got high up the pitch last year. I think his heat map looks really good. I'm not scared of that Villa and Chelsea because I just think, one, Arsenal's defense is that good, obviously, as we've seen. The other part is, it kind of just, defenders, you just kind of, for me, I just want to stick and hold. I don't want to go anywhere with them. I want to just put them in my lineup, not worry about it, and just let it ride. Somo. I'm going to ride. Crazy. I want to just have that. I don't want to worry about that. I want to worry about moving my attackers because there's always going to be attackers. You're like, wow, this guy's getting hot out of nowhere. I want him in my squad. There's going to be some attackers that are like, he's not really doing well. I got to get rid of him. Defenders, I like to just set and forget. So I think I just like having Arsenal defender. Boom, bang, bop. Okay, Kendrick Lamar. But that's where I want to go. So I think this is the play. The only no one else is sticking out to me defending wise though. Munoz is nice, but Crystal Palace has a tough run. LaCroix is nice, but Chelsea does have a good run too. Maybe I throw in a Chelsea defender there. Whatever. Calafiore, Hincapié, yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree, FPL hippie. I kind of like this. I want to stick with this and just let it rock. I don't want to worry about it much more. Even though, again, the more I look at it, the more I'm just like, I don't know. How much is Jed Spence even owned by? Selected by 10%? Okay. And then I just want to go to keepers just so I can round this thing out. I'm not paying $6 mil for a keeper. I know David Raya is nice. I do not want to get $6 mil on a keeper. You must be out of your dang mind. I ain't never seen a $6 mil keeper worth it. What is that, 162 last year? I kind of want to get Kinski, but I don't want to have double Tottenham keepers, though. That's the only hard part. 5. Anybody know what to do with keepers here? I haven't looked at keepers at all. I have been off that. I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea what the gameplay is for all these keepers. But I think I'm just going to get a 4.5. If I just go double Tottenham. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Dónde está mi... Oh, there we go. ¿Dónde está mi portero? The only problem with going double Tottenham is if I have any Tottenham attacker doing well, which I don't know how well Tottenham attackers are going to do, then I'm kind of just stuck. And then I got double Tottenham defense. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't think so. Incredibles. I don't think so. How's Brighton's... Ooh. Aston Villa and Chelsea, not the best run. I think... Oh, everybody's doing Dubravka, Kinski. Whatever. I'm just going to leave it like that and move forward. Because talking about keepers is not the most exciting thing to talk about on live stream. Even though it is important. Luke Shaw said Jed Spence. Yeah, I mean, yeah, now that I'm kind of in that double, or how he's Tottenham keeper, I don't know how much I want that. But I kind of want to move on from defenders. I want to go back to attackers. Because there's some, like I didn't talk about Brogy too much. He's a good player. I like him. What do you have? 7-2 last year and just about half the game. So you kind of double that. You're looking at like 13-4 over a whole season. Not bad. Sunderland have a great run of fixtures. I can see why everyone has him in their squad at 6 mil. So it kind of just goes down to, do you want Brogy or do you want DCL? I like DCL more. I like Leeds a little bit better. I'm going to stick with DCL for now. But I get why everyone's on them just because, again, those run of fixtures. At the end of the day, for me, it's always about fixtures. Fixtures and how good is the team playing. Ipswich and Fulham at home, Brentford away. You expect Brogy to get a couple points in that for show. I mean, it's just... Ooh. But then he's got... Well, I guess by game week 4, game week 5, we got... There's going to be a lot... There's going to be a lot of movement by then, you know what I'm saying? Shot Will Smith. Again, Thiago, I just don't think he is... I don't want him at 8 mil. Igor, great album. I like his game a lot. I think a lot of it is obviously pens. Dude just does not miss pens. Expected goal involvement last year was 20. Dang! Woo! He had 22 goals and 1 assist. That is a wild ratio. That is one impressive ratio. You're telling that is a true just goal scorer. I don't know if I've ever seen a ratio like that before. I don't think I've ever seen a ratio at 22-1. You're telling me he scored 22 goals and got 1 assist. And this is as an assist. This is, I took a shot, keeper saved it, someone came in and put it away. Assist. This is in general, I'm in the box, I pass it to a homie, he scores. This is just straight up the craziest ratio I have ever seen in... I can't even think of anything. 22-1? That is impressive. That dude just knows how to score. Period. Just get in the rock, and I'm going to do my thing. I gotta look at what everybody else is. What's Holland's? Holland was 27-8. Oh my days, he can score. Joao Pedro, 15-9. Yakarish, 14-1. Okay, he's creeping up the Thiago. I gotta start calling that the Thiago. If you're looking like this, you got 14 goals and 1 assist. We're gonna start calling that the Thiago. Oh man, Yakarish, Ollie Watkins, what you got? 16-4, not bad. Isak, 23-6, 21-4. All right. Igor, again, I've talked about him earlier in the stream, but Igor Jesus, I see why he's popular. Leads the start. He's on incredible form right now. I think he scored in every preseason match right now, if I'm not mistaken. He looks like quite the stud. He looks like someone that is going to start the season off with a bang. If he scores against Leeds, the only hard part is that Liverpool match. Tottenham at home, I'm not like, even though I have double defense right now for Tottenham, I'm not scared of their defense. Which is crazy because I like their defenders. I think they have good defenders. I just think it's probably a lot of it's just that midfield play, if I had to guess. I didn't watch too many of their matches last year, but that's probably what I would imagine. But you get through, he scores that Leeds game, you kind of get through that Liverpool one. Then you got Tottenham. Villa's kind of tough. Ooh, I don't know. He's tough. I mean, he's good, but is he someone that I want to invest like that in when he has that hard of a fixtures? Again, if you like the stream, feel free to like. I hate saying that, but appreciate everyone showing up. I'm live streaming every week, and I'm going to start live streaming live watch-alongs for football this year. Every Sunday. Or whenever there's a big game and I got no patience. Anyway, Isak, I don't think... If there's anybody you guys want to talk about, any teams you want to talk about, just feel free to throw it in the chat here. Let's chat about it. Because this is right now is my squad, and I feel pretty good overall with it for the time being. Isak, he is a stud when he is healthy. He is so good on the rock. He finds a way to make great runs, to even get involved in the play more. He's really clinical in front of goal. He is just a player. He is that guy. Like, he didn't even start, like 2 seasons ago, he had 27 games he started. And even in those 27 games, he still put away 21 goals and 4 assists. That's almost 1 goal involvement per game on average. Then the next year, he has 29 goal involvements and 34 starts. That's almost 1 goal involvement per. Obviously, then he just has a really hard year last year being injured. And he just didn't play much. Even when he played, he just didn't look like the same Isak. And that's what kind of worries me. As a physical therapist, it kind of worries me. But from all the research I've been doing for the past year and a half, when it comes to knee injuries, it seems like most athletes don't get back to where they want to be until year 2. That's what it seems like for me. We're talking like specific testing with agility, change of direction, getting back to just flowing within the game, getting back to the player that they once were. It seems like it's more of like a 2-year. Obviously, a lot of that's more for like ACL that I've been... I would say the majority of that's for ACL that I've been seeing that on because I've had a lot of ACL patients that I've been treating. And so I've been trying to figure out how to, that's boring stuff, work with that. But with those kind of injuries, it seems like the second year is where they come back to it. But also on top of all that, like, he is... When you're injured in the middle of a season, especially when it's your passion and when it's your job, you got to come back before you're 100%. You can't waste time being like, okay, well, I'm not fully healthy yet. I got to wait until I'm healthy before I play. It just doesn't work like that. That's not how the game goes. And so you probably... I'm just kind of projecting a little bit here, but I imagine he just didn't have the same feeling that he did prior to getting hurt, and he kind of just tried to force coming back a little bit earlier, and that's why he didn't look the same. Now you give him a little bit, I'll say a little bit of an off season, but he still played World Cup. But he's still having some more time to recover, so maybe a little bit more time to recover, a little bit more time to rehab, a little bit more time to kind of get his conditioning back, his touch back, his feel within the game, his IQ, whatever it is. Maybe he comes back in his Isak that we're like, damn, this guy's good. And I think with that, talk on Leeds. All right. All right, let's talk about it. I'll bring up Leeds here in a second. But if you can get back to that same kind of player with this run of fixtures and that quality of a team that you expect to be like at least top 6 at 9 mil, man, you got to throw him in your squad. You have to. For me, I'm pumping the brakes a little bit. I don't think Isak is... Until Isak can show me that he's close to the same player that he was prior to this injury, until that point, I'm going to be a little bit patient on him. He is in the starting 11 tonight. Thank you, JoJo. Appreciate that. He is in the starting 11 tonight, so we will get a really good look at him. Or we did. I have to see what they played. My being 8-9 hours behind Europe is definitely make it more challenging. But I need to see how he looks, how he moves, how he gets involved before I can kind of consider him in my squad. Let's see here. I'm trying to look up right now. I'm trying to see if there's any news. Let's see. Isak. All right, let's see how he does. Frimpong starting 2. All right, then. Here we go. Liverpool. All right. Sorry for this bit of dead air. In 8 minutes. So we got the game in 8 minutes. The lineup looks like Frimpong on the right, Kirkez on the left, Szoboszlai, Verts in the cam, Isak up top. Daniel James on the wing, baby. Is that James Justin? Ooh, he might be back in my squad soon. Yeah, let's see how he does. Let's see how he looks tonight. I don't really care to see, as far as like watching Isak, I don't really care to see how, if he gets a goal involvement. That's not really my biggest thing. I just want to see how he moves, how he gets involved within the play. Is he making good runs off the ball? Is he finding ways to get touches in the box? That's what I care about. I don't really care about if he's going to score or not. I want to see how he's doing, how he's moving. And at that point, then I'll consider throwing him in, and I'll have to make some adjustments, obviously. Leeds. Let's look at Leeds here. I just burped on stream, dang. All right. James Justin, man. It's good to see a familiar face back in the game. I mean, he's been around, but it's just every time I see him, I think of that one season right here where I thought he was going to go crazy. And he was good, but I think he got injured, Ben. Anyway. All right. Let's look at Leeds a little bit here. Harry Wilson was a stud last year. I thought that was my cat outside my door for a second. Might have been. What the heck is that? That was weird. Yeah, Harry Wilson was a stud last year. They got him back in. He is priced at 6.5 mil. A good range. They got Nottingham Forest away. I think Leeds kind of comes away with that win there. Brentford at home. Brighton, Newcastle, Crystal Palace. A good run. This is why I got DCL in my squad, because I think they got a good run overall. Harry Wilson's a stud. He definitely outperformed his expected goal involvement at 6 and 5. He got 10 and 9. But he kind of just does that. He's kind of just been that. He had 6 goals with 4. He had 4 with 3. He's a good player. I expect him to play well this year. I expect him to move well. I don't know if I'm going to put him on my squad right away. I think there's just too many good like middle options. Switch here. Sorry, I don't know why it always does that. There's too many good midfield options for me to jump on Harry Wilson right now. Pause. But I mean, he's a good player, and I expect him to do well. I'm really excited for this. I don't know. Can I stream that Liverpool Leeds match in America? That's always the annoying thing, man. How am I going to watch this game? If anyone is in America, how am I supposed to watch this Liverpool Leeds match? How to watch in California. ESPN Deportes. I don't know if I have ESPN Deportes. I might have to get ESPN Plus. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can watch that game, see what it's about. I got DCL in my squad. Ethan Padu played really well last year. My neck be hurting. Man, I'm sweating. It's hotter than a mug in here. Yeah, I do expect Leeds to play well. I think they ended Leeds 2024, 20... Well, it's 25, 2026. I can't type on a computer today either. I want to see what they looked like last year. I feel like they got hot at the end, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's see. They did, yeah. They started off pretty bad, and then right around that Chelsea match, they just started playing really well. Again, they're especially at the end of the year, they beat United, who had a great year last year. They beat Wolverhampton, who did not have a great year last year. Drew to Bournemouth, beat Burnley, drew to Tottenham. That was a wild game too. Beat Brighton and lost to West Ham. I think that West Ham was just kind of like a whatever at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. They have a good squad. I do like their team. Let's see if I can pull up theirs. Yeah, this is their lineup for today, by the way. This is the lineup. I don't know if you guys could even see that. Can I see that? Can I see it? I ought to see it. Oh, my days. Hey. Yeah, I can't really see it. Okay. I'm curious. I need to watch this game too because Vert's in the middle. I want to see how he does. I want to see how he's kind of moving. Frimpong on the side. I expected him to play better last year, but we'll see. Going 3-4-3 here. I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a big game too. I'm curious to see how it goes. What was I talking about? I do like Leeds. I don't know if there's anybody I'd really pick, to be completely honest, outside of DCL for now. Like, I definitely don't want a defender. I think they're just better defending options right now out there. I think there are better teams that can provide better for whatever price you're about to pay. Sorry. If you like the stream, feel free to follow, like, blah, 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 blah. I hate saying that stuff, but... All right, anyway. I like Harry Wilson is somebody I would look at getting to. He might be a more niche pick, because I think he's like, 9% selected? Yeah. He might be a little bit more niche, but if he gets going, and I think he has a good... If he gets going early, and I think he honestly will, I'm not saying he's going to go crazy and, like, bag a brace or anything, but if he just gets some sort of goal involvement in that first game, which I probably would wager that he does... Then you're looking at, Brentford at home, which is a fixture I low-key like. Low scoring, but I like it. Brighton away. Tougher, but I kind of like it. Newcastle at home. Crystal Palace. So you're looking at those first five, and honestly, that's not bad. And then you got to deal with Arsenal and United, which by that point you probably sell. Or just hold and pray, which is my favorite thing to do. So you look at that and you go, okay, Harry Wilson, stud. Maybe he gets going. Maybe he's just, if you're looking like, hey, I'm trying to risk it for the biscuit. I'm trying to send it and see what happens. Harry Wilson, right? I do think with Ethan and Padu here, I don't know who I like better out of these two. These are a little bit more niche. Both at maybe save a little bit of cash and go 5.5. He's going to get more goal involvement. Moving forward, every now and then, Leeds just find a way to just. I don't know if they're good at develop. If there's any Leeds fan, let me know. But I don't know if they're just good at developing. I don't know if they're good at finding young talent. Either way, they just find a way to be like, hey, we got a good squad, and we're gonna put something good together here. Last year they got 12th place. I don't know or 14th place. I expect them to do better this year. I don't know where. I expect everyone to land. You know what? I'm gonna do a prediction right now. Why not? Let's see. Standings. I'm going to just see if I can predict where they're going to fall right now, because why not? But I really like DCL. I'm going to keep claiming that. I think he's just such a good player. He started 30 last year, but he just really got it going at the end. I wonder if I can look up his, like, DCL FB ref. I want to see how his, like, game log looks specifically. He is a human. I want to look how his game log looked at Leeds, because obviously it was his first year playing for Leeds. He's going to be in his 29 year. He's going to be 29 this year, so he's pretty much like, here we go, right? 29? Get that out of here. Get that corn on my face, right? So, didn't play much. Yeah, he started playing, but then right around here was that Chelsea game. Again, this Chelsea game where Leeds flipped the switch. And then you went, goal, goal, goal. 2 goals, goal. Took a break, goal. But then he kind of had a little bit of a null at the end of the year. But overall, he played really well. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 goals in his last... that's still we got time. Oh, yeah, he did good, man. So he's a good player. He's going to go through stretches where he doesn't perform well, but he did that in City. If we take out the top teams here, let's switch to Premier League. I know this isn't the best visually to look at, and I apologize for that, but if we just look at last year, after that Chelsea match when Leeds got going, right around, it was a 3-1 win. This is where Leeds got going. So he scored against Liverpool, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Sunderland. He didn't start against Liverpool, so I kind of take that one away there, right? So that one kind of doesn't count. You get 21 minutes. Unless you're Chicharito, you're not going to do much. United didn't score, tough game. Newcastle. Fulham didn't score. Everton didn't score, tough game. Arsenal, obviously tough game. Nottingham scored. And again, no one's going to score every game, but like, obviously he went on a bad run here with City. Let me take my bias glasses off real quick. Didn't do well against City. Didn't do well against Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Brentford, United, and then kind of got going again. So a little bit of a streakier player, but at $6 million, you don't expect him to score every game like Haaland. So you look at these last half of the season. Let's start from 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 goals. That's not as good as I thought. 6 goals in 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'd be tripping. Maybe I don't go DCL. Maybe I just talk myself out of it. That's crazy. Oh, man. That's wild. I just talked myself out of that. Anyway, let me go back to predicting the Premier League. I want to see... Sorry, catch up on my chat now. I am that Leeds fan. Leeds, talk to us, baby. What do we need to get? What do we need to... Who do you think are the best options for Leeds? This is... This goes to... Spikel Baker. Who do you think we pick on for Leeds? Is DCL worth it? And are there any other options that you think would be worth throwing into your squad? All right. So, let's see. Wait and see with me for Leeds. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm picking DCL, but I definitely might. You never know, man. Might be here, there, I'm everywhere. I'm Roy Kent. I'm everywhere. I might switch later. Might even switch by tonight. That's the hard part of having weeks to do FPL is you start overthinking and underthinking everything. And Pod only 8 points off the 14-goal striker. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let me look at that. DCL scored 14 and 2 and had 142. And then at 5.5 mil, oh my days, yeah, that's a big difference. Shout out to DEFCON and bonus. Woof, I'm imagining. Dang. Waiting for new Leeds striker signing to be added to FPL. That would be wild. And Padu, so according to Spikel Baker, who is a Leeds expert in here, I don't want to keep saying it like that. And Padu, stock, Rodon, so getting into the defense, and then DCL. So if I do it that way, I don't know who I'd get rid of. That's my only question, Leeds-wise. And then striker-wise, I don't know who I bring in. That'd be my biggest issue. I'm sweating buckets. It is so hot in here. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's like 100 degrees. I wish I had my little thermometer in here. Woo! I don't want Welbeck. Absolutely not. Richarlison, no. Evan Nilsson, no. Wilton no. Igor Jesus, we talked about him. Let's just put Broby in there for now. Yeah, why not? Screw it. All right. Predicting the Premier League standings. Oh man, it's gonna be way too hard. I'm just gonna do it real quick, so don't take this for grain of salt. So Arsenal obviously up there. Villa's gonna be like top 8, top 6. Chelsea probably right in that 6th spot. I'm trying to see who's gonna do better than Leeds here. Liverpool, City, United. Man, I can't do this. It's gonna be way too hard to do live stream. I gotta put a lot more effort into that. And now I don't like my team. I just wasted all that time. I put all that effort. Also, there's a league code at the very top. I put on like my burner YouTube account. If you want to join my league, the code is in the it's not in the description. The code watch too much YouTube. The code is in the chat at the very top. I think it's I don't know in there right now. But it's there. It's Return of the Don. If you want to join, feel free. I'd obviously love to have yous. It'd be awesome. Spike, man, appreciate you, Spike. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for chatting. It's an honor. Hopefully we can have a lot of fun this year. Again, I'm not claiming to be an expert by any means in the FPL world. I just freaking love football, man. And I love fantasy football. Man, when you find something you enjoy in life, you just hold on to it, and that's this for me. I love talking football. I love watching football. I love playing football. It is just the greatest thing in the world, man. I can't wait to be doing all these live streams about FPL. I can't be waiting to doing all these live watch-alongs with whatever big game is on that week. It should be a lot of fun this year. I cannot wait to be doing this more. If you like the stream, like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. All that boring YouTube stuff that I'm mandatory to say. I guess I don't have to say it, but anyway. This is my team right now. I do not like it as much as I thought I would like it looking at it. Which honestly might be a good thing. Why is it so hard? Any questions or anything with FPL? Any questions with any players? Anybody you guys want to talk about? Any teams you want to talk about? Anybody have questions moving forward? Anything random in life you want to talk about? As far as like, we can even talk about like... I was going to say we can talk about physical therapy stuff, but I do that 24/7. Actually, I love talking about that stuff. If you guys got any injuries, let me know. Any questions about players' injuries, let me know. I can be more than happy to answer all of them questions. Again, I started this channel in like 2020, in the infamous 2020. I think I started a little bit before. I loved FPL and I loved YouTube, so I was like, let me make this channel. I stopped because I went to physical therapy school that took up all my time. I was spending like 24/7 doing it, and now I'm back because I can, and I don't plan on going nowhere. FPL Hippie, I will definitely check out your channel, dude. I always love shouting out people on my channel too who are making content. I understand. I've done the non-live thing, and even live is a lot of work, but it's so much work putting in like graphic designing, what players to do. So anytime I see someone making content on YouTube, I like to shout them out. I have not looked them up, so I don't know anything about FPL Hippie's channel, but I'm gonna check them out because that's what I like doing. Shout out FPL Hippie. Even though I haven't watched any of your videos yet, but I will after I end this stream. Okay, I want to look at this. I want to look at this midfield. No, I like this midfield. You know what? Let me look at that midfield again. I want to look at this midfield. I want to look at this midfield and kind of go and move forward from here. So if I look at... Let me just look at... Makes it a little bit easier. Man, I'm looking way too template with those three. Oh boy. Okay. Looking at this... Who scores... Sean, learn how to talk. Come on. No manches. Who scores more points game week 1 to game week 5? And Buemo and Nico Williams or Van Dijk and Dewsbury Hall? Ooh, that is a tough one. I do think Van Dijk is going to score a lot. I do think he's going to score a lot. I think that Liverpool defense is going to get quite a few clean sheets in there. Oh my days, it's 1,000,000 degrees in here. Oh. Hat is off. I think in Buemo, I don't know how he's been doing this offseason, to be completely honest. Preseason, I don't know how good he looks. But just based off those fixtures, based off who he is in the past, how he's looking moving forward, why I wear a black shirt, I don't know. It's roasting. I need an air conditioner in this garage. I think he's going to start off hot. I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to get a couple goals. I want to look up more of how he did last year. I mean, you look at 24-25 when he went crazy with Brentford there. 12 expected goals. He scored 20 of those. The year before, I know he had a lot of, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a lot of crossbars in there in that 23-24 season, if I'm not mistaken, or was it 2023? Anyway, he significantly outperformed his goal scored in 24-25 versus how he did in every other year. He's kind of consistent with that. A little underperformed last year with his goal scored and assists. Is he going to come back a little bit? I don't. That is a little bit of a worry. He only started 31. He scored 150. So if he starts all 38, you're looking at like 160, 170. And for 8 mil, that's not the greatest. It's not the worst. But it ain't bad. Let's see. Good one, that ain't it. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said. I never know what I say, man. Ah, man. Is Mbeumo worth having in my squad for week 1? I think the better option for me to do is who would I even want replacing him, right? Semenyo, I don't think he's. I love Semenyo's game, man. He's so good. He's so fun to watch. He's one of my favorite players in the game right now. I don't know if I want him at 8.5. Obviously, a lot of people are going here for good reason. He's a stud, but I don't. I think for me, that's a no for me, dog. Shout out Randy Jackson. Woo! Ice Cold Palmer. Is he someone I want in my squad? Oh, percentage, I'm out of here. I could probably unplug my. Going back to Cole Palmer again. Let me look at Mateus Cunha here. Let me see if he's the play. Holy outperformance. Dang, he's good. He's clinical. 3 years ago, 12 goals, 7 assists. After 9 and 3, outperformed. The year before, 15 and 7. His expected goal involvement, 8.5, 5. This guy knows how to just be clinical. Oh, man, that's nice to see. I mean, he's a great player. He's a really good player. Again, the fixtures just scream, Sean, I need you. Oh, me scream, Poppy, no my. But I feel like I like Mbeumo a little bit better. See, I don't see anyone else that I'd rather replace. If anything, I think I'd rather go like to a striker and switch up to like 3 up top. But I don't think 3 up top is one that I want to go to moving forward. So I think I'm just going to keep it here. Ooh, that crack felt good. Crazy. All right, so I'm looking at this. Is there anybody you think I should replace? Elliot Anderson, I think I'm going to keep there. I might switch out. That's crazy. I said I'm going to keep there. That's why I switch out. I'm going to look at maybe bringing into like a Leeds midi there, but I think I'm just going to stick with Elliot Anderson here. He's really broke onto the scene. He looks so good for England. He looked so good for Nottingham last year. He just seems to be pressing at all times. He's really smart getting into good positions. That DEFCON is just going to trickle along, add in a couple clean sheets here and there, bonus point maybe a couple goal involvements, and next thing you know, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam, you're looking good. Looking at another 180 season. Especially for City. I'm not going to bench boost in game week 1 or 2. I kind of just threw Dubravka in there last minute. Wasn't really thinking. I just threw a 4 mil in. Wasn't thinking too much about my keepers. Just tossed him in and said, let's run it. I do not plan on bench boosting. I know it's really popular right now, bench boosting in game week 1. I just don't think I'm going to do it. I don't know why. Mainly because I haven't looked too much into it. But I think I'm just going to play my cards and just kind of run it up a little bit without using my chips. I think one problem I've had in the past, every time that I play FPL, not every time, but a lot of times I play FPL, I always be like, oh, well, I can wait. And then I'll have like a triple captain where I'm like, man, this looks really good, but let me wait on it. And then my triple captain or my bench boost or whatever it is, it's just not as good as what it was at the beginning when I should have played it, when I wanted to play it. I was just like playing the let's hold it for a little bit longer. Surely there's something better out there, you know? So that's kind of, it's hard for me to get rid of that in my head. And so I think I'm just going to play it here. I'd rather have like a set team and run it from there versus bench boosting and then be like, okay, well now I got to mix it up a little bit. But I do like the idea of it off the jump. I just got to look into it a little bit more. Your bench boost game week 2. I don't have a playing bench goalkeeper, but it's the first screen now for pressing a button. Yeah. I mean, I'm not against bench boosting off that jump. I'm definitely not against playing it risky. Not saying bench boost is risky, but let it rip, man. Let it rip. Especially beginning of the year. If you can get started from the jump well, oh, it's just so much better. I hate playing catch up. I hate being like, oh, I'm 3 mil, now I got to work my way back up instead of just being like, man, I'm already in the top 100K. All right, let's see. I don't think it's that much money in the bench boost, but I think we will get a lot better wild cards if we don't have to think about it. Yeah, much point to the bench boost. I'm just not. I feel like I just need to think about it more. That's my only concern. That's my only concern is I just need to think about it more, put more time and effort into it. Obviously we got time, so I'm going to look more into it. But for now, I just not. I like him a lot with that run of fixtures. I think I like this. I think I like this. That's not what I meant to click. Sorry. FPL. I think I like this team. Obviously right here, like, yeah. Let's see here. I like this run. This team. Is it who I want to pick? I don't know. Man, I might actually start here. I might need to end this stream soon. I'm probably going to end this stream here pretty soon because I got a lot of other stuff I need to do today. First off, appreciate everybody showing up soon. I'm still going to keep going for a little bit longer. But I appreciate everyone showing up, everyone chatting, even just hanging out with me has been dope, man. I appreciate y'all. I just love talking soccer, football, man. Forgive me for saying the S word. I just love talking football. It's just, gosh, I just freaking love it, man. Just gets me going in the mornings, you know what I mean? Pause. Let's see. Game week 2 will be 50% of the season at that point. So anything I can get gets me a green. Hey, whatever gets a green arrow, man. There's nothing better in this world than when you hit that livefpl.net/rank and you see that green arrow. Woo. Not many better feelings in this world. All right. I do like this team. I think I'm set on my midfield for now. I think Morgan Rogers might be the one that does go if I do get rid of somebody. But he's just really good. So, but like, man, that expected goal involvement is not what I expected to see when I clicked on that. Whew. 10 goals scored, 8 assists off of 6 and 4. Not what I expected to see from 150 million quid man. So maybe, but I need to see how he gels with Chelsea. I think just having Joao Pedro up top, having Cole Palmer, I just think that's going to be really nice. I think my biggest thing right now is where I want to go with forwards and defenders. I like my midfield a lot. I think I'm just going to stick put for there right now. I feel like I don't want Bravi here. I kind of want to go back to DCL, even though going through that his last year and going through his expected goal involvement did scare me a little bit. But I'm just gonna. I feel like DCL is one of those guys you just. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But when he was going crazy a couple years ago, how long ago was that? Sean, keep this. Why do you keep clicking the screen? 2021. In that time, I remember telling my buddy, I was like, I don't know how good like he's gonna do. Is he gonna be that guy? And then he kind of had quite a big drop off after that for a few years, and kind of had a bit of a revival last year, and good for him. But when he's going well, it's kind of just like he just scores. You know what I mean? He's just like I don't know if streaky is the right word. I don't know if he's just a proper goal scorer. He just finds a way. And it's hard to describe. It's hard to be like, hey, let's look at his expecting goal involvement, but it's just, he just finds a way, man. And when he finds a way and he gets hot, he's just going to consistently find a way. Oh, is my camera getting hot? I might need to end it just because my camera's getting hot. Let's see. DCL is the most sound option, but I think Asula is the absolute strongest pick if you get the minutes, but he is a risk. Let's look into that a wee bit. Yeah, if my camera shuts off, obviously I'm gonna have to end the stream because it's done. My laptop's hot. It's hot in here. I'm hot. Good thing I'm wearing black because you'd be seeing a giant sweat mark there. Yeah. I don't want to play that game yet. Until he can prove, I'm gonna stay a little bit away from that. But looking at just this strikers here. Let's see. Let me see what we got here. Again, if you like the stream, subscribe. I'm going to be doing this every Sunday. I'm also doing live watch-alongs to a bunch of games this year, too. So I'm a little bit of FPL and a little bit of just enjoying a watch-along. Doing a game. All right, so we look at the strikers here. Joao Pedro, he crushed me last year when I didn't have him in my team. He's a really good player. I think he's going to have a better year this year for... I shouldn't say that. I think Chelsea are going to score more goals. They got more help, obviously, with Morgan Rogers. I think Cole Palmer, well, I need to look into it more, but I expect, and I'm hoping Cole Palmer is a bit better this year. So you add that to just this look, this good run of fixtures. And like, man, maybe Joao Pedro, 15-9 last year. Does he do a little bit better this year? I mean, 15. Even if he just equals, if he just stays at 15-9, 15-10, that'd be awesome. Hey man, shout out that Connect gang right there. In my team, basically a lock. Summer off. Yeah, he did have summer off too. Oh boy, I didn't even think about that. Oh boy. So make a non-Holland team. Yeah, let's run it up. Why not? Let me see what it looks like. I'm gonna put Joao Pedro on my team and see what I have to do to get rid of that. It's probably gonna get rid of Nico Riley if I had to guess. Actually, I might get rid of Morgan Rogers and throw in like 6 mil. It would be like 6 mil. I'd probably put in. Let's go Leeds here. I'd probably put in like that. That's probably what I would do if I had Joao Pedro. I don't know. Or I'd get rid of Nico Riley. Either way, somebody challenged me to do a no Holland team. Also, shout out FPL Joe, man. Shout out Kimmy. Shout out to everybody, dude. I love having everybody. I'm glad everybody's watching this. Appreciate y'all. All right, I'm making a no Holland team, and then I'm probably going to call it after that because I am going to pass out from heat stroke here. All right, so let's do a no Holland team. We're keeping Bruno. He's going to be our captain. We're going to get rid of everybody. We're just going to start from scratch. We're going to start. We're going to start from the gutter here. So, get out of here. So getting rid of Holland, obviously that frees 5th. Sean, can you not click, dude? You not play solitaire as a kid? All right. I'm going to leave the keepers be. I'm going to leave the defenders and the cheap options that are kind of just floating around here. Let's see. I'm putting in Joao Pedro up top. I'm putting in, I don't know if I want to go Thiago. How's that run of fixtures here? I forgot. Tottenham, Leeds, Sunderland. Or do I want to go Ollie Watkins? I feel like I'm going to come back to the forwards and kind of see from there. There's none of them that are screaming at me other than Joao Pedro. Isak, I told y'all I kind of want to wait on, so let's go middies here. Me in high school, midi. Let's see. Let's go, I like Szoboszlai, but I can even go like Semenyo, Palmer. Dang, ain't nobody picking Saka, my goat. Man. I'm just kind of throwing some people out there. Let me know what you guys would change here. And then if I probably go Gabriel if I'm being completely honest. Let's go Guehi because he's a stud. And let's get into this Van Dijk a little bit. How do I still have so much money left over? There's no way. 4 mil defender. I'm doing this real quick just because. Let's see. We got 3-5-3. No, 3-5-2 here. So we need another attacker, and we only have 3.5 mil. So we got something's got to give. I'm probably gonna get rid of Saka here just because. Or should I get rid of Semenyo? I think I want some city coverage here. If I had to pick, let's see. Coventry, then Villa, then Chelsea. He had a bit of a down year last year. Down a couple years, really. Does he bounce back? My beloved Saka? I think so. I'm just going to pick Semenyo just because he's a little cheaper. Okay, so we're going to go here. We could go Morgan Rogers. We could go Declan Rice. Let's go Elliot Anderson. And then forward, I got 6.5 mil. I'm probably going to get rid of Gabriel because I don't need that money there. We're going to go back to Calafiori here. And then we're going to go back to the forward. Ah, no mummies. We're going to go back to forwards here. We got so much cash. And we're going to go Thiago. Screw it. I still got $1 million left over. I can make another mil. I probably could get rid of Van Dijk. I'm going to get rid of Guehi here and put in Nico Riley. And then I'm going to go... How much cash do I have left over? How much cash do I have? 0.5. This would be a really quick no Holland draft. Really quick. I ain't got much time. Let's do a quick no Holland draft. Maybe I go like... wrong button. Would I rather have Gvardiol or Nico O'Reilly? Let's do this. This is what it would look like real quick with a no Holland draft. And it does look good, man. It does look good. Man. Semenyo and Gvardiol lock for me in a no Holland team. Man, yeah, we're going to go, Man, I cannot type. Man, I cannot type. This is what it could look like. This is what my team could look like if I do no Holland. It looks pretty dang good, dude. I like it. I think that kind of looks nice. What do you guys think? I kind of like the look of this team. It looks good. Calafiori's a stud for Arsenal. I'll get in that Arsenal defense. Nico Riley's going to get high up the pitch. Van Dijk's going to do well. It looks good. Man, you get rid of that 15.5 mil and you can do a lot with it. In the past, it's always been like, can you really get rid of him because he's going to go crazy? But Bruno, who's like the assist king now, right? He's got a whole city in Ipswich to start the season. You just captained him on both of those things, and you got double digit on both of those. Do you just have the guts to go without Erling Haaland? I don't. But this team looks good. Guehi and Saka was on World Cup duty. Yeah. Man, I love Saka though, man. I love Saka. I've been screaming his name for a while. Pause. All right. This is what it would look like if I did no Holland draft. I'm going to go back to my team now because I kind of want to make a couple changes real quick, and then I'm going to call it a day. I appreciate everyone showing up. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to be here every Sunday at the minimum. I hope. Sometimes life gets a little hectic. But I'm going to try to. We're going to get rid of Semenyo. We're going to get rid of Palmer. I'm going against Haaland. I don't want to go with him. I'm not going against Haaland. I don't want to go without him. Dude, I went against Haaland like 1 or 2 years in my FPL career, and he just he never starts off slow. Look at this. Watch this be the year that he starts off slow. He always goes crazy. Well, he always goes crazy all year. Look at me playing my own devil's advocate. Speaking. Like, he never starts off slow. He always goes crazy, and he just punishes everybody who doesn't have him. Scored a brace in week 1, and then a goal. Well, that's a World Cup qualifying with 5 goals. Good grief, Holland. And then 2, he never, oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 M's in my bank account. Goals he scored in a row. Obviously, that's all competitions, but jeez him. His August and September stats are really good, then dips off when the fixtures get tight and often. And then he starts playing a little more top teams. It kind of drops off a little bit. Get out of my face. Yeah, triple captain him against Hull, honestly, isn't the worst option. I like him. I'm just going to go there, and then I'm going to go... I got Elliot Anderson. I'm going to get rid of Nico Riley. I'm going to go Gavardiol. Just because I want to see what it looks like. And then we're going to go here. We're going to place this with 4.5. I'm just going to go Spence for now. And then midfield, we're going to go Soberslide. Bring him back in. And I got 6.5 mil. Rogers is 7.5 mil. I'm screwed! Oh, I don't want Rogers. That's right, because I got 6.5 mil. Oh, got to sneeze. Got a blast. Ah! Thank you. Let's see. Rob T's got a really good graphic about this. It's insane how consistent it falls off. Ooh! Send me that. I'm going to look at that. So it's like consistent. I'm starting off the year hot. I fall off. And then I come back and crush it at the end of the year. Is that what it sounds like? Around those like Christmas fixtures is what I'm hearing. When it gets real tight, everybody has we're having fixtures like every couple of games. You just... I just noticed FPL tag. Oh, you guys, I like that. All right, 6.5 mil. I mean, he looks good. It's just, I need to watch more of his game. I'm just going to put him in there for now. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put my 2 cents in it. Keeper at 4 mil. I don't want Dubravka. I'm just going to pick Steele. Double up on Brighton. Then we're going to go back to middies at 7 mil. I got Subasly in there already. Whatever, I'm just going to keep this. I'm going to save what I got, 1 mil in the bank, which means I could probably go up to Nico Riley, who is right there. I like the way you do that right there. Actually, you know what? I could probably go Gvardiol here, and then like Pedro Paro. How did he do last year? Dude's nice, man. World Cup winner! How do you feel about Gross and Xhaka? Pascal Gross I like. I think he's a really good pick. I think he was on Pens this weekend from what I heard, at least on just like a quick scan on... Oh, that's not a defender. We're going middies. I heard he was on Pens. He's just a good player. I mean, obviously, these 2 seasons he went crazy. Last year, he only started half the game, so he's double that. He ended up like 150, so he's just consistently like that. He's a good player, potentially on Pens. Leeds, Coventry in 3 and 4, Arsenal 5, Chelsea 2. So he's got a tough run, but honestly at 5.5 mil, I like him. I think he's a good pick at 5.5 mil. Xhaka, I think I'd rather have Pascal there. Xhaka's nice, but like I don't. For me personally, I don't think I would have him. You should have the Fulham 4 mil keeper. Ooh, good call. 4 mil. Appreciate it. Back to midfielders. Nico Riley. I mean, I could upgrade Spence. I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, I'm liking this team a little bit more now. All right, then. Obviously, DCL gives me a lot more flexibility to go other places, just saving $1.5 million, but I kind of like this squad. And then I'll just torch it by game week 3 in a wild card when it's just leaving me at 4 mil overall. How do I still have coffee? If you like the stream, feel free to like it, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm going to end it here in a couple minutes because I don't got much more time. I got to get going on just like live stuff. I got to get ready, call some patients. document a little bit, edit some stuff. So I'm going to end the stream in the next few minutes here. So if you got any questions, comments, concerns, random topics, anything, talk about what's big in the world right now that isn't like super sad or anything. Is there anything big happen in the world? I know the Dodgers signed the best pitcher, but that's baseball. And I don't know if you guys like baseball. My favorite song right now that I've been thinking is a great song that came out. I don't know. What song have I been listening to a lot? I don't know. I don't even think there's good hip-hop albums right now. I trust Mosquera more than Calafiore, but if he starts, I don't mind. Yeah, I think you got a great point. Like, for me, I just really like Calafiore's attacking potential. I mean, obviously, he only started in 22 matches last year, but when he did start, he just looked really good to me. That's why I like him there. I know a lot of people are going on this train. I had him earlier here, and obviously he's going to start more that Saliba's out for quite some time. I didn't see what injury he had, to be completely honest. I'm not sure what Saliba had. I can look it up right now. What did he hurt? Back injury? It depends on what type of back injury, because those are hard to come back from, but they are definitely capable. Saliba, is it disc? Is it stenosis? Is it surgery? Just some paraspinal issues. Let's see. I honestly don't know how he injured it, so I need to look a little bit more. If anyone has any ideas or if anyone knows how Saliba got injured or what it is specifically, can you let me know? Let's see. He may not have to. Oh, that was a while ago. I don't think he's going to need surgery. Ah! I'm just going to stick with this for now. But I don't know exactly how he got hurt. Oh, maybe it pulls up right there. Oh, whoa! What a sick feature. FPL coming in clutch, baby! Only required. I hate how they always ask me that. Surgery is not recommended. Hallelujah. I love hearing that. Even outside of sports world, I love hearing that. Immediately continue the decision. Yeah, it doesn't tell me jack. I don't know anything that's going on there. That said, nothing. I agree with the attacking potential, but I prioritize getting the one who starts. That is a great point. I would rather get someone who starts than the potential of getting attacking. You do have a really good point there. I like that thought. Mosquera is a locked center back for Arsenal. That's true. I mean, you got a great point, man. Like, if you can get into that defense with someone who's just going to start, how do you turn that down? I don't know if he even, like... .6'2", 170. He doesn't score ever. He has 1 goal in his club career. So he's not going to get you any attacking returns. But, like, you don't care for attacking returns. I don't know how he is defensively. Like, how does he do as far as, like, DEFCON goes? I don't know if they even show that on here. Crosses, offsides, interceptions. Okay, he gets a good amount of No, he doesn't. I don't know how he does clearance-wise. Tackles 1. Okay, he gets a couple of games. I don't know how he's going to do DEFCON-wise, but... Again, if you could just get into that Arsenal defense at $5.5 million, how can you complain? You won't. I don't know about the injury, but it seems like he likes he's injured out until 2027. Heard it could be a long wait. The hard thing with a back injury is... How do I put this? I don't know what it was specifically, but there's so much that's required on your back. Is just twisting, bending, sprinting, jumping, contact. Obviously, it's nothing like crazy. I'm not dropping any... I didn't go to school for 10 years to tell you that there's a lot in the back when it comes to returning, but it's just there's a lot required. And so just getting back to strength and mobility and not having that pain through full range of motion is tough enough, depending on the type of injury it is. Let alone being able to play week in, week out, playing when you got big bodies trying to push you off every 50-50. It just takes a lot. And tissue's not the longest time to heal, but just kind of getting back to that force required every week is hard. I don't know the extent of it, so I can't say how long I expect a patient or a person to recover from whatever injury he has, because I don't know. But back injury is just going to be tough. It's just, and the hard part with back injuries, just to go a little nerd side here, if you're into that kind of stuff, is it's hard when people are so protective of their spine, and for obvious reasons, whether it's the neck or the back. And so getting that chronic pain aspect, getting that brain to kind of flip and be okay with twisting and doing really aggravating movements is also a hard part. So it's a little bit tough on both sides. Anyway, enough of that. What's scary is basically a clean sheet and a DEFCON merchant, no attacks, just like Saliba. I mean, if you could just get in, I'm cool with that. People are bad at attacking Arsenal. I'm struggling to see that much DEFCON. I kind of agree. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, it has been a long time. Birdman Jr. Lil Wayne. It's been a long time, dude. It's good to be back. I've been saying it a lot this stream, but I'm planning on streaming every Sunday with FPL. I'm also going to be doing like live watch-alongs for football matches this year, just because I want to get more involved into the game. I've been working a lot these past few years. I got my doctorate in physical therapy, which obviously was a lot of work. And so I haven't been on FPL YouTube often, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm back, baby. Yeah, so it's good to be back, man. But back injuries are tough. They're hard. The good news with back injuries is the physical therapy world has come a long way in the past few years, and we've noticed that it's designed to bend, twist, push, pull. It's a strong freaking thing, but it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, I can't speak on behalf of Saliba, but it's not just, let's get this stronger and he'll be fine. There's a lot more that gets involved with that too. So again, I don't know the extent of it, but if they're looking at potential surgery, I'm expecting it to be pretty bad in that regards, even if you're thinking about surgery. And so it just takes time to be able to load up the back enough to get back to sprinting, to bodying somebody down the line, to jumping, to landing, to doing that for 90 minutes a game for multiple games a week. And so the good news is it's a long season. I don't think Nico Riley's worth $6.5 million. I don't know why I put him in there personally. That's crazy to switch. But got time. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it. Oh my gosh, it was a lot of work. But so I got a side note. If anybody gets injured or any of that thing happens, feel free to reach out to me. Obviously, I can't speak on a patient because every single person's different on their injuries. But I can talk about timetables and what they need to do to recover and what you expect kind of going back into physical therapy. I spent my first little while, a couple years, in the physical therapy world treating athletes. And so I got good experience with treating them. So anyway, I don't think Nico Riley's worth it. I just kind of put him in there because I had the cash. I'll probably swap him out and then upgrade Leafy a little bit. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. I was probably going to have Vardiol in there instead. But that's kind of how it is. Appreciate everyone for showing up. Dr. Don, man, that's crazy. I appreciate everyone for showing up. I will be here every Sunday. Of course, man. Again, it's for injuries, it's hard to specifically say the timetable with all these things. Again, not to get too nerdy, but like, let's say you partially tear a ligament in your ankle, right? And you're just like, okay, well, the ligament itself is going to take a couple months for it to heal. ACL, like you expect 9 months of recovery. The science just says you're just so much better off long term, or risk of re-injury is 9 months. So I can give you those timetables. But then it's hard to be like, okay, now you got to get back to like let's say someone twists their ankle, they get like a grade 2 sprain. You're like, okay, he's going to be out for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is. The hard part's going to be he has to be able to work on landing, or like he has to work on strength within the ankle. Then he has to work on getting mobile, and at the same time he's getting mobility back. Then he's got to work on jumping onto 2 legs, then onto 1 leg. Then he has to jump onto 1 leg while getting pushed, right? So there's a lot that goes into it. But if you have any questions with that, feel free to reach out. Feel free to reach out. If any physio questions, the hard part again is everybody's day to day. So you can look at somebody like, how do I put it? Let's say you get 2 ACL patients to the same patient and they tear their ACLs at the same time. One might have a hard time getting quad strength back. One might get an easier time. One might have a hard time landing on one leg. And if you're like, okay, well, it might be 9 months, but if you don't have these checkpoints down, you're gonna be looking at like a year, right? So, yeah, we can talk about that moving forward. Let's see. Yeah, I do think, O'Reilly playing less, it might definitely happen, but I'd probably switch him out for Gvardiol after I end the stream, to be completely honest. Thanks, Dr. Don. That's crazy. Hopefully it's far more valuable to hear. Honestly, it's far more valuable. We don't know how long it'll be rather than guessing. Yeah, so that's a hard part. One more thing before I end the stream. I got a lot of pet peeves in the social media world when it comes to the health world, but like when someone injures, going back to the knee, if someone injures their knee, it's not as simple as saying it takes 6 to 8 weeks for that tissue to heal. It takes 3 months for that tissue to heal. It's not that simple. Because if you're going and you're pushing range of motion back because you got to get that back, and then the knee swells up and it's just not handling that range, well, then you just push back that timetable. And then you got to get, after you get that range of motion back, that swelling down, then you're like, okay, well, now we got to load the quad. You're trying to load the quad this whole time, but then you're trying to strengthen the quad. And then after you get that 90% strength of the quad, it's like, okay, well, now we can work on jumping. But then you start jumping again, knee swells up, okay, we got to take a step back. And so it's so unpredictable and so honestly irresponsible for online doctors to say, oh, he'll be back in 2 months, because you don't know how the process is going to be. The average could be 2 months, the tissue could be 2 months, but he might react so much differently. That's why you get some guys that come back on ACL after 9 months and some that are after a year and a half, because the knee could just respond differently. They could both be doing the perfect exercises. They could both be giving everything they got. It's just people respond differently. And so I got the wrong foam keeper. I'll change that too. Appreciate that. And so when in season comes, you're like, hey, this guy just had a grade 1 ankle sprain. Is he going to be back in a couple weeks? I could say like, yeah, I mean like the timeline kind of backs that up, the tissue timeline, but sometimes these guys are just freaks and they heal so much faster and you're like, dang, this guy is back earlier than we expected. And sometimes you're like, hey, we want to be more patient. It's a second ankle sprain. We want to give it, a little bit longer because he's had another one of these. His rehab, we had a couple setbacks. And so unless I'm in the training room and unless I'm with the patient, then I can't tell you how long it's going to take because I'm not there. I also can't tell you because of HIPAA. But yeah, so I could definitely be like, hey, this guy had a shoulder sprain. We expect it to take this long, but you can kind of push through it if you tape it up or whatever it is. Game plan only for Millkeeper if you can. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Follow me on Twitter if you want. It's FPL Don. I think it's the FPL Don. Join my Discord if you want. I'll put it in the stream after I end it. At the very top, there's a FPL mini league that's in there. Feel free to join it. I don't have anything that'll go to the winner. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll give away a jersey this year to whoever wins. Why not? Jersey of your choice. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm not sure. Feel free to join the league. What else is I going to say? If you like this, like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this every Sunday. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Maybe I'll drop like a video every now and then if I have time to edit. But man, that takes a lot of time and I am not good at editing. I'm also going to be doing live watch-alongs. So any big games or any just like random games I'm just going to throw on. I'll do like a watch-along. It'll be both FPL influence because I love it, but also just like enjoying the game in general because I freaking love this game, this beautiful game of football. Outside of the hydration break, so I think we're so stupid. Thanks everyone for showing up. I appreciate everyone that was here. You guys have no idea how much this means to me that you guys are just watching. I just started this as kind of a joke, and I kind of do this more for fun than I do for anything. This is not like I want to make it big. I just love freaking talking football, man. So having people that are willing to talk football with me and talking FPL is just the best thing in the world. I don't claim myself to be an expert in FPL. I am an expert in physical therapy, but not in FPL. So most of my time goes to studying, injuries and recoveries versus actual FPL. But I still love it, and I still put a lot of effort into it. So I just want to make this as fun as possible, a fun place for everyone to go chat. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat real quick, and I'll answer it. Until then, I'm going to go take my garden hose and spray my whole body off because of how much I've been sweating for this past 2 hours. 2 hours? Yo! Sean, you got to chill, cut. Appreciate everybody. Feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. All that nonsense that YouTubers say because, you know, as much as I really don't care about, like, making this a big thing, it's still effort and time out of my day. Appreciate all y'all. League code. Oh, shoot. I'm going to put it right here. I think I still have it. Let me see. Let me find the league code real quick. Sorry for the dead air. Let me see here. Where did FPL even go on my phone? There it is. Invite copied to clipboard. This is just, don't follow this YouTube channel I put on. This is just my burner account that I made when I was like 10 years old. Not 10 years old. I think I was 17. But that right there is the league code. The Discord, I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm going to go back to my Discord and throw it on here. Especially because I don't know how to even do it. Let's see. Let me see here. I'll figure that out. I'll put it on the video after it uploads. So if you want to come back, I know that's a lot to ask for to come back, but I'll throw it on, but I don't know how to do it, and it's going to take me too long to figure it out because I'm a millennial. And you know we ain't good at that kind of stuff. That's why I got my homie that helps with YouTube. Ooh. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate all y'all. I will see y'all in a week. Maybe even like a random Thursday. Take some time every day to make someone smile as always, y'all. And man, this is fun. It feels great to be back out here, baby. And I will have. How do I still have coffee left in here? I feel like I got a lot of energy and I still got some coffee left, boys. Cheers. I didn't end the stream. I'm gonna go listen to old school Lupe Fiasco because I love Lupe. Again, appreciate all y'all. I'll see y'all in a week, if not just randomly in the middle.